statement?
Yeah, those games can be difficult. I give Montreat credit, thank them for coming up and playing us. Those kids, for many of them, I don't know how many times they'll get to play in front of 5,000 people, so that's a really cool thing for the young men on their team. It's a great opportunity, those type of games, for talk about the very end of the game. Our walk-ons get to get in, and those guys are crucial to our success. They do so much behind the scenes that doesn't get any social media hits and their name up in lights or anything like that. But they're rebounding for our guys all the time. They're unbelievable culture guys in our locker room, learning the other team's plays, helping us prepare for games. So it's so awesome to see them out there in front of the same 5,000 people and get some real minutes. That's really cool. And then, throughout the course of the year, we've played however many games we've played to this point, and some guys that are in our rotation that maybe don't play as many minutes as other guys were able to get out there and get some extended burn, which is really good. It's easy in a game like that. Human nature can seep in, and it's like, well, I'm just going to go try to get mine and try to get some numbers, and our guys, I knew they wouldn't, but they didn't play that way. There were tons of wide open shots because of kind of the defensive scheme that they were doing, trying to shorten the game and really packing it in. And, you kind of look, you're like, man, I'm open. Should I shoot this? And then so it kind of gets a little bit awkward, but our guys didn't play selfishly. They gave up good shots for great shots, and and it's a win. At this point, we divide the season up, or the basketball year, into different eras, if you will, or different periods. We talk about June 5th when we show up for summer school. That June period is the first one, and then it's the July summer school period, and then it's the August-September period of the year where we get, we start our academic schedule, we do our preseason workouts, and then we get into September-October preseason practice. And then we get into preseason schedule, which is what we're just finishing. And the last two is conference play, where you're competing for a conference championship, and then postseason play. So it's just amazing to me. First of all, sometimes I try to stop time and I see my kids. And gosh darn, like Ruthie's 16 years old and she was born yesterday. And things go so fast. And it's the same thing with the season. June 5th was yesterday. And here we are after hundreds and hundreds of hours of work, and boom, we're getting ready to embark on an opportunity to hang a banner up in this arena. And I think our guys have done an unbelievable job in preparation for this moment. I think we're a team on the rise. I think our trajectory is upward, and I think we have a chance to be a championship team. Went home for the holidays, probably ate a little bit too much cake. I know I did. We had 3 really good days of practice to burn some of that stuff off. Got a win here tonight, and we're really excited to turn the page and get ready for a very talented Hofstra team that beat us last year here at the 6. So,
sticking with the game for 1 second, you mentioned the longer burn that some of the guys got. Who stood out to you tonight that you could say, oh, they impressed, coming into conference maybe a little bit more?
No, it's hard right now to say that until I watch the tape. I thought all of those guys did good things at different times. The young dudes, Mayar did a good job. I think Kelly did some really good things. Crawl and Khalil, really all those guys. They bust their butt every day in practice and continue to get better and better. Some of those guys, that role's difficult, and what we stress to those guys, and I think the key to success is just trying to be excellent at the next thing. It's focusing on the present. What can I do tomorrow at practice to get a little bit better? And those guys do that all the time. And when the lights come on in the game, they have an opportunity to go out there and play, but they continue to work hard, earn more minutes every day at practice.
I think with conference play coming up, Coach, you mentioned it being a different period. Does practice change at all? Is it the same philosophy? Because even tonight, felt like, especially with Ante, like that intensity, it doesn't disappear whether it's an exhibition or conference play? What changes, I guess, behind the scenes?
I think as you move forward in the season, you have to be smart as a coach and know when to ramp it up and when to back off. As when you start practice, for instance, in October or late September now, actually, and you have those 42 practices before your first game. I mean, you're out there 2.5 hours, and they're knockdown dragouts. And as you start to get into pre-conference season, obviously you back off a little bit, and the practices aren't 2 hours anymore; they're an hour and a half. As you get into conference, when the time you're out on the floor is an hour and 15 minutes. As you get in that last back stretch before you're going into conference play, into conference tournament, you're practicing probably hard for 25, 30 minutes, and because it's very, very important that you're playing your best at the right time of the year. And to be playing your best at the right time of the year, you have to be well-schooled. So we have to obviously get our work in and work on the details of our system. But you also got to be fresh, right? You want to feel good and feel your best late in the year, and that's what we're trying to build toward.
5 wins in a row as you're heading into conference. Where is the mood on the team heading into conference play with those 5 wins in a row?
I'm a big believer, and I've said this many, many times, that we don't get caught up in what happened in the past 5 games, 6 games, 8 games, whatever our 7 of 8 wins, I don't know what it is, or we don't get caught up looking out into the future like, like we are a program that constantly focuses on the next thing, so I think, we're a program that prides ourselves too on energy, like smiles on our faces, bounce in our step. Like when we walk into practice, and it might be to the rest of the world mundane. Okay, this is our 102nd practice, and this is our 58th film session. No, like it's excellence. It's about that film session being the most important film session in the history of our program, and that's the standard. So the mood to me, whether we lost tonight or whether we won tonight, my expectation is that first repetition of that first drill on Sunday at practice to be on fire. That's what we do. So we got great culture. I'm proud of our guys. We have great leadership. So you're never going to have to worry about the energy in our locker room or the energy in our practices. We bring that every single stinking day.
Yeah, Coach, I got one last quick one. A video that went maybe semi-viral over holiday break. Johnny looks like he crushed the Princeton offense with the scout team guys. I think we were kind of curious, was he pleading for some minutes there at the end of the game as well?
Well, I think I have a chance, pretty good chance, to land him and sign him in about 8-9 years. Some of those videos we put out are carefully edited video, but man, how cool is that? That's our scout team guys that are out there working on, the Princeton offense. Johnny's here almost every single day, which is awesome for me as a dad. And then Dylan Ritter and Jack Miller and Adam Comer and Spencer Legg go, Johnny, get out here. And they start teaching him the stinking Princeton offense. How cool is that? You talk about stopping time and having gratitude and appreciation for what I get to do every day. I get to wear gym shoes to work and coach hoop, and my son gets to play basketball with a bunch of college kids every day. I'm pretty dang lucky. The Lord has blessed me immensely, and God is great.